Hey everybody, it's Sonia from the Sage Sun, and I'm here today to do July 2019 full moon in Capricorn crystal grid reading. I haven't laid out the grid yet, so I'm going to be doing the grid as I go along. To start off with, I will be explaining what about all the crystals that I've chosen to use today and how I feel their energy will help us. So yeah, it's a full moon in Capricorn. There's also a partial lunar eclipse, and this energy, what I think of this energy is going back to having a look at what seeds you planted at the beginning of the year when there was a new moon in Capricorn. And that was right at the start of the year, so at a time where many people would have been making resolutions, putting their plans in place for the year ahead, and taking action, I guess, to bring their dreams, their plans, their wishes, their hopes into fruition. So one of the first things, and which is just really basic and simple to do, especially if you have written these things down, going back to it and looking at what you have achieved, because you'll probably be surprised that some of the things that you wanted have actually been like brought into your reality. And so having a look at what's come into fruition, what needs reworking, what needs revisiting, and thinking about there being like another 5 months to the end of the year, having a look at what steps you can take, what you can put in action in terms of getting anything off the ground which hasn't quite formulated yet. So with what I feel is really important in terms of this energy is that it is taking us, this is like preparation for the Lion's Gate. It's taking us through to that Lion's Gate portal. So the Lion's Gate is on the 8th of August, 8/8. It is a very powerful energetic portal, and there's a real strong, for me, there's if you feel like you've been seeing a combination of number sequences involving the numbers 1 and 4, do check those out, because they are definitely like markers or signs of where you, I'm not going to say signs of alignment, but signs of where you need to bring things into alignment and really look at your soul path. Are you on it? Are you on your way to it? Are you reaching your goals? What is your vision as well? And I feel I've got the flower of life there, because I feel it's really important in terms of our blueprint. Now, and again, this is going to be really, if we're thinking of this as prep energy for the Lion's Gate, when we get to the Lion's Gate, it is, if you're at a stage where you need to be reworking anything, it is very much about rewriting your blueprint. And in terms of rewriting your blueprint, you rewire your life. By rewriting like the codes, you rewire your life in effect. And with regards to this, and with regards to the energy, there's definitely a reminder that commitment and consistency is absolutely key. And this isn't just now, this is all the time. When you commit to yourself, when you're consistent with that commitment to yourself, that is when you then see what it is you're trying to change, what it is that you wish to manifest really coming into you. You see it aligning with you. You don't need to be reaching out to grab it. It's there, you're here, and you just slowly meet in the middle, so that when it arrives to you, when whatever it is it arrives to you, whether it's a new job that you've been really wanting to go for, whether it's something really kind of big in terms of your spiritual development, whether it is that that timeline jump onto the 5D timeline, whether it be new love or like a rebalancing of relationships in your life. You won't have to be reaching out for it. It will literally meet you in the middle and kind of melt into you, so it won't even seem like a shock when it arrives, because it's not even like it's arriving, you've just literally met in the middle. And there is also a really big sense of returning back to wholeness. If you have felt lacking, missing, incomplete, not quite whole within yourself, there is very much a calling that with whatever recalibration will take place in this full moon, that you will return back to wholeness. So, and I feel this really came out in the crystals as well. So just to show you, so there's a few key words I felt in terms of this full moon, and they are balancing, alignment, recalibration or recalibrate, and integration. So 4 key words I feel that come through, and they don't necessarily need to be in that order. They are interchangeable in terms of the order they come in. I had kind of written it in a different order again, and I don't actually think the order of it is of any importance, because it's going to be different for absolutely everyone. So in terms of crystals, our first crystal that's going to be going in the crystal grid for the full moon in Capricorn with the partial lunar eclipse energy is black tourmaline. Now, my key word for black tourmaline in terms of this energy is diligence. It's highly grounding, so my reasons for choosing the black tourmaline is it's highly grounding, and in terms of my definitions with all the crystals, there will be certain things that you can find, certain like meanings and properties that you can find online, and but I'm working with them, connecting with the energy as it stands for this lunar eclipse and full moon. So it's very much about realignment. So we're working with the black tourmaline. As much as it's grounding, our main purpose is its ability to literally realign the entire chakra system. Now, if we're thinking about the entire chakra system, we're then looking at every single aspect of our life. Our foundation, our creativity, our power, our relationship with money, our relationships with family and friends, our capacity and willingness and ability to love, how we hold our truth and step into our truth, our vision, our connection, our trust and our belief in ourselves, the universe, our intuition, trust in our own judgment, and then connection to the divine. So, and more and more and more, and every word you can think of in the world, like really looking at the entire chakra system, it is everything, and it is in everything from a physical aspect, from an emotional aspect, from a mental aspect, and from a spiritual aspect. So working with that black tourmaline to bring absolutely every single thing within your being into balance, into not even necessarily balance, into complete realignment or alignment, or helping if you do feel like you are in good alignment, then really working on maintaining that, working on making sure it works for you. So it's going to work at creating like a cohesive repatterning of all aspects and areas of your life. And as I said, physically, mentally, emotionally and spiritually. And it's going to be ensuring that there is a clear and grounded communication that can travel through an absolutely crystalline clear channel directly from source right down to the Earth star, in terms of the grounding being so solid, the foundation being so strong, but then back up again, so really creating a massively clear channel. It's balancing and it's aligning like all your world, so as within, so without, as above, there we go, so below. And then it's the preparation as well. It's that massive, I feel that the black tourmaline is key in terms of that preparation for the Lion's Gate. And sorry, I know I keep going off a bit. The main thing is making sure the crystal stays on. There we go. So yeah, making sure that that preparation is key. And I think especially for those who have actively and consciously been following and aligning with a more spiritual path, then it's very likely once that Lion's Gate energy comes through, in fact you probably have been prepping for it, without even necessarily realising, there will be activations coming through. And I feel this is another one of the really big key points in terms of the Lion's Gate. And that energetic portal is going to bring through, like, there's going to be mass awakenings again, mass activations, I think on a bigger scale than ever. And these are going to happen whether you were conscious of it or not. I mean, you will become conscious of it, especially as you feel your life shifting. And I feel like there will be a particular focus in terms of Kundalini awakenings that will be happening as well. So if you have currently, if you're feeling like all out of sorts, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling like you're off kilter, things aren't quite right, it's quite likely that your body is already going through this process. And it's quite important to, if you're unsure of what's going on with you, but you have kind of been dipping in and out of like a spiritual path, or there's things that you don't quite understand and want to know more about, do seek someone who has that understanding. So whether it be friends, whether it be a spiritual, I say the word healer. A healer's not there to heal you and make everything better. That's your work to do. But if we're thinking of the word, they're there to kind of guide, assist you, and kind of help you, show you the direction. They open you up to what needs to be done. Anyway, I think it's this is something that people may or may not quite understand. But if you are literally just dipping your toe, dip in and out, and this is something I've spoken about so heavily over the years, and I feel it's going to become of even greater significance now at this time. If you've just dipped your toe in and out, and by dipping your toe in and out of the spiritual pool, I am talking about you go to yoga classes and that's all you do. Or you like the crystals, so you go to the crystal shop and you buy yourself crystals and they're all over your house. Or you might meditate. And that's kind of all you do. And that's cool, that's fine. But this is really important, I feel. Do not think that by you just doing those things, you're like, these are, and I'm using the word spiritual as a general term because I don't know what other word to call it, but these are deeply spiritual practices. Yoga is a deeply spiritual practice. There is no way at this time, right now, we are in the process not just as humans, but the planet as a whole is in the process of going through a massive activation, a really, really deep activation from 3D to 5D consciousness. Now, and I'm not going to go into that. There's loads of people. You can go and watch Feel Good. You can go and watch stuff by Steve Arniel Noble. There are loads of people out there who will explain 3 to 5D a lot better than I can, because I just explain it in my East End mum way. So basically, yeah, 3D to 5D, go and follow people to explore it and figure it out. But long and short of it is that these are deeply spiritual practices, and there's no way that your mind, your body, your spirit is going to be doing these things without it having a greater, deep effect. Now, yes, they have an amazing, great, deep effect on your emotional and your mental well-being and your physical well-being even, especially in terms of yoga. And yes, they will do. But we're at a time where there is a lot more going on. So if you have been doing these things and you feel like it normally works great for you and you're feeling out of sorts and all that kind of thing, you're going through a deeper awakening. It's like, and what I feel is not just it's gonna be people who are even just dipping their toe in and out of that spiritual pool who will be experiencing activations and greater awakenings. Now, I think the good thing with this is that it's a partial lunar eclipse. So where this could be really, and I'm going to say effing hard hitting, it's gonna be more gentle. If there was a total lunar eclipse, that shift that you could end up going through could be really, really hard hitting, really uncomfortable, and really hurt actually, because when we go through these shifts, a lot of what does not serve comes to the surface for it to be released, and sometimes we're not ready for these things to be released. But at the end of the day, what we want is not necessarily what our spirit needs. And at the end of the day, if spirit, universe, guides, everyone up there sees that you're there doing yoga and everything, or you're there buying crystals, they're going to think, oh, so you want some of this, you're part. It's like you become part of it. It's like it's like the sign up form. It's a sign up form that you don't even know about. But particularly I feel that there's like so many people doing yoga out there. I really, really feel, and you know what, I'm going to even say Reiki practitioners as well. So yoga practitioners, Reiki practitioners, there are so many of them out there who have trained in it because they like it and that, and that's all that's going on and nothing else in terms of the journey. And sorry, I think, yeah, there will be, I can't remember my point, I'm not meant to say it. Okay, right, so I think we're nearly done with black tourmaline. So that's the other thing I was going to say. Like 10 years ago, it was cool just to be doing your yoga practice or collecting your crystals just as your thing. That was cool, but just because of this this massive shift that we are going through and the planet is going through from 3D to 5D, to raise the consciousness and the awareness of the planet, it's not possible to just be doing these things because they relax you or doing these things for the fun of it. You are going to be carried in that ascension wave, which ultimately is really, really amazing. So it's not a bad thing and that, but that Lions Gate, oh my God, the Lions Gate is going to be incredible. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. So it isn't anything to fear. If you're fearing, if everything I've said to you, you're fearing, well, you're going to attract that fear to you, because, you know, like that saying, I can't remember it, about misery loves misery, or something like that. It's that whole thing. If you're fearing, you're going to just attract more fear in your life, and whatever's going to just become scary. Whereas if you surrender, embrace it all, it's going to be cool. So yeah, it is very much about raising the vibe. And I think I already said about finding someone to help you out with that. So that is black tourmaline. So black tourmaline is going to go through the middle, I think, but we'll see in a minute. So, oh goodness. Now, the funny thing is, right, this is, I don't know if you can see. Oh God, can you hear them going absolutely everywhere? Now, oh my goodness me, I can't deal. There we go. Garnet, little garnet chips. Now, they are going to be going everywhere, because I'd already decided that they're going to run along the top of the black tourmaline, and then wherever they fall, they fall. But I didn't want them all over my room. Anyway, so with the garnet, beautiful root chakra crystal, very earthy, and I think, as I spoke about fear, this is about not allowing fear and all of that to ruin your life, to run your life even. And it's about bringing you back to life, bringing in your will, like what is your will, and giving you that vitality and strength, especially if you feel that this year has been particularly hard for you. And it's all about putting the work in. So the energy that the garnet is going to bring is going to be all about putting the work in and getting you through. If you do feel like you have been in that breakdown mode, in a sense, it's going to really help with getting you through to the breakthrough. And breakdown doesn't just have to be like an emotional breakdown. It can be the breakdown of things that no longer serve you anymore. So it will help with, or even looking at the words breakdown, breaking down the constructs that no longer work for you, breaking down the limiting beliefs or self-sabotaging behaviour that no longer works for you, and rising you up a bit like a phoenix moment into that breakthrough. Also ensuring with that garnet energy that you don't dim yourself to fit in at all. You keep your, if you feel like your flame, that kind of ignition within yourself has been dimmed down, you let that flame really fire up and fire up that energy like right through you, so that you're burning bright. You're not allowing it to dim. You're not if you are choosing a path that no one of your family has heard of before, whether that be that you're the first person choosing to go to university in your family, or you're having a complete change of career. You might decide that actually you want to be a policeman or a nurse or something, and your family wanted you to be a lawyer or a doctor, and everybody's that kind of profession or something. And it's about not dimming your light, not dimming yourself to fit in, not going with the relationship that your parents would choose for you just because it fits the cultural norm. Breaking down those old codes, rewriting them and rewiring your life. And there we go. Again, you can see how it leads to the Lion's Gate. So our next crystal is Condor. Condor Agate. Now Condor Agate is And I think this is going, it resonates with the root chakra. And a lot of Condor Agate does come with red. The pieces I've got with red have all gone now, and this is the only one I have left. But it is a rooty crystal. It is a root chakra crystal. So this is probably going to go at the base of the grid. And it's going to, what comes to mind with Condor Agate is like it's all good in the hood. So it's recognising that things are really good. It's recognising that you do need to be mindful of your mindset, of your thoughts, of the patterns that kind of create that negativity or that talk yourself down, because you'll just create more of it, and then you're in a cycle that's really hard to get out of. And we often think of cycles being like with other people, but really and truly it's that as within so without, as above so below. If you didn't have that cycle with yourself in the first place, you wouldn't have it with anybody else. So what's really lovely about Condor Agate is it really guides you to align with fun, joy, happiness, the good times. Recognise that life is good, and thinking, so Condor Agate is from Patagonia in Argentina, and I'm thinking like of the condor flying above, up in the mountains, flying above and viewing everything down below. And so you're kind of really stepping out of yourself to look down and really see what you have, really recognize what you have when you're going back and having a look at what you have achieved so far this year, going through your plan, seeing what you are working towards, how much progress you have made, really recognizing, really kind of observing that things are a lot better than you thought they were, and giving yourself props, giving yourself a good old pat on the back for the hard work you've put in and continuing to do so. Also, it's that I think above all with this crystal is then that energy to be grateful, to step into that state of gratitude. And being in that state of gratitude does not mean saying every day, because you feel you have to, I'm so happy and grateful for this happening, I'm so thankful for this happening. What I'd say the books out there don't ever explain to you is that in terms of that whole law of attraction thing, until you really feel it deep inside and you are actually then in a state of gratitude, that's when you will see the shift. That's when you'll physically feel the shift within you. And it's not just words. And you could say those words for 30 days every day. You say those words for years. But until you get to that state, literally that state within where you can physically feel how grateful you are for life, for the fact that it's not a case of just laying in bed and waking up in the morning thinking, oh, I'm so grateful I've woken up. You need to feel that, and that is what creates the shift. Feel really, again, really go within to really feel with absolute passion how grateful you are for the things that are in your life. It's not about writing it down. It's not about saying it out loud if you can't feel it. If you can't really feel it within, and you will, when you're in that state of gratitude, you will literally feel it through every cell and pore of your body. And it's like, if we're thinking of it energetically, it's like it comes out of you. And if you were able to see a light, there'd be just like golden light radiating from you. You would be glowing. Being in that state of gratitude has you glowing, has you grateful within every part of you. And as I say, that is what creates the shift, not just writing it down and saying it every day. With it's aligning, and I suppose that there we go, that's where we're aligning our internal world with our external world, and again bringing that balance in. So we're aligning everything in that sense. And I think with gratitude, you can't force it. You can't force. There's if you're not really feeling it, there's no point even writing it down, and you can't force it. It's I suppose a shift takes place, and you will know when that shift takes place. So that's Condor Gate. And what we got next? Pink Tourmaline. So pink tourmaline, there's not loads of pink on these. I'm so not good. Look, that's the garnet everywhere. I'm so not good when it comes to getting the right direction with the camera. So pink tourmaline, we're settling into the heart centre. We're focusing in the heart centre and recognising that there is nothing to fear but fear itself. And you're then working with this energy to align with the elements, I feel, to align with water, to align with earth, to align with fire, to align with air. And looking at those elements, researching even those elements, going on Google and finding out what can those elements bring to your life. How do these elements reflect into your life, and like in terms of the energy they bring and the properties and that they carry, where can you bring more of them into your life? So again, it is looking at creating and or maintaining that complete balance, recognizing that there is so much love in the world, there is so much love in your world, and knowing that you're worthy of love, believing that you're worthy of love. And this may be where there needs to be some heart center work take place in these coming weeks, before the 8th of August, so that you're able to literally surrender into it, surrender into the body of love. And when you're there, so literally surrendering into the body of love, you are able to receive it, and that's just a beautiful thing. And only allowing it, I feel as well, there's like a call in terms of being mindful of your energy. And just because I'm saying this, it doesn't, I'm not coming from the love and light only perspective, because at the end of the day, you need to feel every single emotion going on to be able to heal and move on with your life. And at the end of the day, different things happen every day that can affect our lives. So it's not then burying your head in the sand and thinking that it's only love and light out there in the world. But there is a call, there is a call that with the pink tourmaline to only allow love in. Anything less than love, do not allow in. And I feel that especially with this 5D timeline, that it's love. I know it's love. It is complete, abundant, magnificent, sacred, divine, unconditional love. Wow. My gosh. And that's all. That's what's there. That's what's there. And on your journey now, as you are now, choose to only allow the love in. Anything less than love, you don't need in your life. None of us need that. My gosh, the love is so real. The love is so real. It is so incredible. It is so breathtaking. It is so powerful. It's breathless. It's absolutely breathless. And I really hope whoever watches this that they feel that love, because I'll be honest with you, I could be like absolutely brought to tears of joy and bliss right now at how that love feels. It's wow. I just can't comprehend. My goodness me. Okay, but I need to keep on going, guys. Spirit team, let me keep on going. So the next one is white selenite, and I feel with white selenite it is to really my goodness, I've just looked at the time and I've got to do the school run, so I've got to speed up. So white selenite, it is to really bring in that balance, but at the same time there's a really massive sense of regeneration to all that feels stagnant, to all that feels incomplete, and to all that feels tired. A real regeneration of it. And again, we're looking at every area within you and within your life, within your external being, absolutely everything. So it gets you out of your head to be able to make those connections with your guides, with the universe, with your spirit realm, whoever it is you connect with, and basically connect, to bring in that divine connection. There is definitely a real necessary need for inner peace, and that inner peace is needed in terms of the shifts and the steps and the progress that you were making towards whatever you are aligning with and aiming to bring into your life. With where selenite lights up your life, the world, the sky, and it's a real moony crystal as well. Selenite is it's, if I'm thinking right, Selen is the Greek word for moon. It might be Selene or Selene, I don't know how to say it. I did do ancient Greek A-level, ancient Greek or classical Greek, see, I can't remember, not A-level, AS level, but I can't remember anything anyway. There's a real sense that illusions can be released, and you will feel that illusions are, it's not even can be, they are being released, so that your dreams have a chance to be fulfilled. Harmony and balance are absolutely key within yourself during this time, and the energy of selenite is going to seek to bring this through for you. I'd say fertile fields are being called upon, and fertile fields, not necessarily in terms of fields out there in the countryside, but within you, metaphorically within you, and they're bringing an abundance of new life and vitality. So don't hide away in the shadows, light up your own world. And lastly, peach moonstone. Now with the peach moonstone, I don't know what the colours are like with this. Oh, I can see so many orbs, my gosh. Can you see? Oh, I really hope that comes through. We have so many wonderful guides with us today. Right, so with the peach moonstone, I've got one that you can see which is a bit darker. To be honest with you, it sort of borders on black moonstone for me. So I'm going to read out the message I got because obviously I've spent a good few hours writing and channeling through whatever messages that I've had to go through for today. But I am now going to read out for you the message that came with Peach Moonstone. It was like a direct channeling. So, creative expression seeks to find you, and the gods and goddesses ask that you glow. With vibrancy and light, you are called to ask for what you wish for. Your desires can come true. We believe in you. Dance with the sacred energy of Lady Luna as the masculine places his cloak around you, encouraging you to go to places you may have never been before. You may feel the pressure as the energy darkens, but it's in being squeezed that we are able to crack wide open, allowing an explosion of light to enter us while softening into our own glow, rising brightly to the world, and so it is. So that is Peach Moonstone. So I hope you have enjoyed that. I will do a quick little video a little bit later with the actual grid, or it might just be a picture, because I think I've spoken enough. So yes, the grid, you can find all the crystals are available on my website, by the way. All the crystals are available on my website. If you can't see them on there, then you can contact me and I can upload them, because I may not put everything on there. And you can follow my social media pages, links are in the bio. And if you wish to donate, if you enjoyed this reading and wish to donate, you can donate via my PayPal me. And please subscribe, like, share, follow. And I really, really hope everyone's enjoyed it. Gosh, I've gone on so much longer than I planned to. And enjoy the full moon, enjoy the lunar eclipse, enjoy the energy. There is nothing to fear. It is amazing. And get ready to shine your light bright, because that Lionsgate is going to open up a whole new world for so many people. I cannot wait. Enjoy. Love you guys.